Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Well, I thought this was funny. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Pacers, obviously she's an Indiana Pacers fan, being with the Fever, and she is, clearly trolling. Was that trolling last night at the game of Jalen Brunson's signature three-point celebration after the Pacers ended that series and to advance to the NBA Finals. Now, the trolling continued when Tyrese Haliburton actually released a video trolling New York and New York fans with to 50 Cent's "I Run New York," and it's so crazy. I mean, this dude here, from the Reggie Miller choke to he's definitely taken over, any doubt that Trae Young was still going to be public enemy number one by the New York Knicks fans. No, it's Tyrese Haliburton all day, no question to it. I mean, dude put out a mixtape showing him cooking the New York Knicks, for crying out loud. Now, one thing Jalen Brunson didn't find funny was when, they started talking about the team itself. Now, there was some reports that came out about the team being frustrated with Karl-Anthony Towns, his defensive rotations, actually compromising the Knicks. And really, Thibs is a defensive mind coach. And, like I said, publicly, they made veiled statements and comments about how important it is for the team not to miss defensive assignments. But a report came out shortly after Game 6, and they were eliminated from the playoffs, that, the Knicks players, and coaches were actually very, very frustrated with Karl-Anthony Towns, shortcomings defensively. Like I said, publicly, they spoke kind of vaguely, but, they, behind closed doors, man, they were like, they don't think he understands how important it is for them to stay connected defensively. And, he misses coverages often. And that made me think back, like, hey, who do you think you were getting? I mean, we know Cat as an offensive player, but we remember this exchange with him and Anthony Edwards when he was in Minnesota.
I mean, again, let me just say, tonight he wasn't in foul trouble. Like, the first 3 games, the motherfucker just kept fouling. And tonight, I told him, what did I tell you last game?
He said, yo,
can
you find a way not to foul him? I said, I'm going to try.
Like, if you watch the game, every time in the third quarter when we would grow a lead, it's because he's in the game. Because they don't have a matchup for him. I'm like, Cat, we're not going to win game 4 if you foul. I told him yesterday, we're not going to win game 4 if you keep fouling. You keep fouling. And do you see what he did in the third quarter? You see what he did in the fourth quarter? Like, he's like I always tell you, he's the best offensive player on the team. Like, if he's not in foul trouble, it's a problem for any team that got a guard us, because he can stretch the floor, he can post, he can play off the catch, he can pass. I mean, he can do everything. So we just got to keep him from getting in foul trouble, and he's gonna be great every night.
Probably because I was trying to play more defense.
I mean, just stop fucking fouling.
Yeah.
In the first half, nope.
So I'm really not sure what the Knicks, I understand, you don't have to be a great individual defender to kind of get team concepts and actually take care of your own rotations. But that's the thing. Cat has never, ever played like he cared about any kind of defense. So I'm kind of more shocked at the Knicks for not doing their due diligence. Like, you got to know that that's who Cat is. That's why you have a Rudy Gobert behind him. That's why they looked a little bit better with Mitchell Robinson playing with them. I mean, come on now. Now, one thing that really frustrated Jalen Brunson, a reporter actually asked him a question about Tom Thibodeau's future and whether he's the one. Take a listen here at what he had to say.
Jalen, when you talk about the confidence, obviously, I feel like nobody takes more criticism than Tom. And this team obviously has turned around during his tenure. Do you kind of feel that going forward he's the same guy to lift you guys the rest of the way, that next level?
Is that a real question right now?
I mean, every time I turn on ESPN.
You just asked me if I believe that if he's the right guy. Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Come on.
JB's one of those teammates that when he steps in the building, he raises everyone's energy, morale, and very few people I've ever played with had that kind of intangibles that he has. And we're not even talking about playing basketball. I mean, I think we all know he's, in my opinion, one of the best in the league. And to be able to watch him go to work every night and to be his teammate, I don't say this lightly. It's a blessing, and it's an honor that I get to play with Jalen Brunson. And to be in my career to be able to say that, I've been honored to play with a lot of great teammates, but JB's he's one of the top of the list for me. Best teammates, best basketball players I've ever got to play with. One and two, one of the best teammates I've had.
Let me know what you guys think, man. The Knicks, I've seen online some people like, look, if I'm the New York Knicks, I run it back. I run it back exactly with this team. They have another year together. You may try to scour and find some depth off the bench because you can't keep playing your players the amount of minutes that Thibs play them. But other than that, a lot of people, at least a lot of Knicks fans, they were pleased with the team. Obviously, I mean, they did a good job. They kind of showed where they do fall short, and they will need to kind of shore up that bench and maybe think about either playing Mitchell Robinson, starting him and moving Cat to the 4. So you have a little bit more size and rim protection straight from the gate, because again, Cat's he's not the guy. If you want a defensive stopper, or even someone that's going to do a lot of help defense, Cat's not your guy. If you want somebody to stretch the floor and can really put points in a hurry, so you gotta mask that. That's the thing. Now it's on the Knicks. It's on their organization to mask what they don't have. I don't think you get rid of Cat, because Cat, obviously showed his worth. I mean, he played lights out and really balled, and did it on a hurt knee. So you don't get rid of Cat, but you do have to, try to challenge him to be a little bit better defensively. But just know, at this point, Cat is kind of who he's going to be on the defensive end. Let me know what you guys think, man. What do you think about that next series, Pacers versus Thunder? We're gonna see, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm gonna holler at you next time. Peace.